Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. I love it when we are joined by the amazingly talented women out there that are just blessing our screens, the big screens and the small screens and the theater stages. So we are joined by an amazingly talented Tony Award-winning actress and Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and producer, best known for her starring role in the Broadway's Ada and as the original Nala in The Lion King, which I love. She's now starring in the upcoming biopic Respect. Please welcome Queen Heather Headley. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Woo, 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 woo. How you feeling tonight? And thank you.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
Well, we asked you during the break what you would sip it on because we just shared and spilled our guts about embarrassing alcoholic stories, and you got water. Maybe that's why you don't have the bad stories like we got.
I don't drink. The funny part is that I grew up in the Caribbean. So not too far down from where Miss Vivica is right now, down in Trinidad. And so she's a little further up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, funny because I've got some uncles who can they can
make under the table, huh?
Make up for it. Well, let's jump right into it. Recently, you posted an adorable video of you singing with your 2-year-old daughter, and the caption you wrote, "She's helping me out and fixing my mistakes," and singing along. I should get it right at some point. We should have moved on to another movie by then, though. Did you see your daughter following in your footsteps?
We have children. We have 2 boys, 1 girl. And she is now the one, I think, who is like singing. The boys are not very much into it. So the oldest one, he can sing. The second one, he doesn't sing as well. But they're very almost embarrassed by, I really didn't even think they knew I could sing until maybe a few years ago. The oldest one especially. However, she has been really singing. And this is the weird thing, you guys, is you know how people always come to you and they're like, "Oh, my daughter can sing, my child can sing." And you're like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is, Celine. You're like,
okay. Yeah, my father used to do it to me, child. A fool.
Now I hear her in the house and I'm like, wait, she's holding the note. She's, and my first performance was at 2. Ironically, I did a radio show at 2, my mommy says. And so in Trinidad, did a radio show. And so it's weird that she's singing, but she's actually holding the notes and stuff like that now. So we'll see we'll see what she does.
Well, she's probably got it honest, and she's probably going to just gravitate towards it. So just get ready for part 2 of the business, which is going to be.
Yeah, I'm like, go be a neurosurgeon. Go.
Right.
Run.
You don't want her to be a singer.
Speaking of running, you have been running since, your career has been running upward since Nala, since the stage play, since you played Nala in Lion King.
Yes.
What is it like? Well, first of all, how did that role prepare you for all the rest of your roles? And what is it like to now see it resurface back on Broadway, especially with, and then it was in the theaters with Beyonce, and it's like, the next generation is still continuing Lion King, and you was like one of the originators. So how does that make you feel?
It's funny, Celine, when we started the show, I just didn't think that it would be this way. It's 20 years later. Of course I was only 5 years old when we started, but
That's right.
like, I didn't know. The other day, okay, so when I was pregnant with our first son, I decided that I wouldn't go see the show from the time I was pregnant until I believed he was ready to see it. And it never crossed my mind that the day would come that there wouldn't be a show. You know what I mean? I just thought, I want to see it through his eyes. I want to see it with him. So it took 7 years. I didn't see it for 7-8 years because I was waiting for him to be ready. And then that day came and I embarrassed him. I bawled all the way through it and I cried and I sang too loudly and all that kind of stuff. But it's at the time you just don't know. But now to kind of see it and think, you were part of this history, but just a part of the first theatrical experience of all these children, and the fact that my kids now, my little girl will go to it, and maybe, they're, when they get older, it's crazy. But this is the funniest part. I took my son and I was like, yeah, mommy did that. He was like, no, what? No. He just did not believe it. He was not impressed. He's like, Mom, quiet down. It's the girl's part. And I was like, but wait,
what about me?
what about how I feel? And he's like,
let me say this, because I am absolutely enjoying listening to you. This is my first time listening in such a way that your diction has me captivated, because I'm now thinking, is this theater or is this enunciation because she sings so well? What the hell is she getting this voice from? She from the Caribbean. I don't even hear it. You sound so good till I'm like this.
Frozen.
Are intelligent and so focused, and so mature, and so read a nursery book and have everybody listening to it. Okay, but my question is this, because we love to celebrate and talk about your new film, your new role, and the and respect that Jennifer Hudson is playing the Lady of Soul, Aretha Franklin. But you, what can you tell us about your role in the movie?
So I play Clara Ward. And so Clara Ward, during that time, was of the Clara Ward singers. Of course, I had to go back in and learn about her. She was kind of, everybody kind of started in that whole gospel world, and they came through. And so Clara Ward was one of those ladies. It was interesting to go back and find clips, these old black and white clips of her and her singing. She seemed to have had a little relationship with Aretha Franklin's father. And she was around that time of Martin Luther King and everything like that. So they had a little love relationship. But she was also vital in the household, and the way Aretha grew up and everything like that. So it was really fun to try to figure who she is out, because there wasn't a lot of her speaking or anything like that. But then just how, as you guys know, you women know, I should say, just the infiltration and the beauty of women around women, raising women to be women and to be queens in this case, and how all of those women come together. Clara Ward and Dinah Washington and Aretha's mother and all these other women. And so it really is a story about just the gravitas of these women, not only Aretha, but all the, the queens and tributaries of these women.
Yeah. Her influences. Mm-hmm.
Just like to strengthen her. And sometimes we have women, with all due respect, who it's kind of like, well, maybe not, don't want to be like this one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're like, and not her. And so she learns and she understands. So it really is. So Clara Ward's was my lady. She loves hair and loves fashion. And so it was very interesting to kind of go in the first day and be like, that wig's mine. And it was like, yes. She was
okay.
I saw the screener today, and you were giving fashions and hair, and I loved your character for stepping in and being supportive of Aretha, as when she went through. There's a lot in that story that I did not know, and y'all have to go see this movie. I had no idea about all the things that happened in her world.
Well, let's talk about this cast. I mean, lady, you're like mesmerizing us tonight, but the cast is off the chain. I mean, you've got everybody in there from, Jennifer Hudson to, my gosh, Marlon Wayans, Forrest Whitaker, Mary J. Blige, Titus Burgess. I mean, this Audra McDonald, she's amazing. I mean, you just got kings and queens left and right. What was it like for you to be a part of a cast like that?
Well, when you're surrounded by roses, you have even if you're manure, you're going to come up smelling like roses. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Right. Right. But wait, y'all, did y'all see the presentation of that old woman? She said, look here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You have no choice.
I love you. You are amazing.
Choice. Iron sharpens iron, and that's how it is.
Yes, queen.
Absolutely
Come to the center.
does. You have to rise to the occasion when you're amongst.
You must. You must.
You better.
Or Iron's going to be like, you need to go, because that's how it is. And so,
Right.
look, Jennifer has been inhabited. I watched it. She was inhabited by something other than I knew. So I think that I sat there and I thought, well, Aretha just came in and inhabited the girl. And that's how it is. I mean, she's singing as though they told her that your life depended on it. It was ridiculous.
She
She was handpicked.
Yeah, I was just about to say
She was handpicked by Aretha. Yeah.
It was. And she
And rightfully so, because I remember coming in and going, okay, it's gonna be. And there was one time I was sitting there, just kind of like I was like, oh, you're Clara. So pull it together, because I was like, is this Heather or Clara? Remember, we had to, because she really is singing amazingly, and then Titus is amazing. Forrest is beautiful, and sad, but just you want to feel sad for him. I'm sure, Claudia, you understand, but yet you're scared of him, and he's dangerous, and yet it's scary. And Marlon Wayans, I think, is putting on a performance like you won't expect.
I can't.
Shocking performance.
Shocking.
So I'm not gonna jinx it. I think everything is amazing, and then Liesl, who is the director, she kind of also.
We have a female director.
Oh yes, ma'am, a Black woman.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. How fabulous.
And so Liesl did this and also hired a lot of people from Broadway. So there's all these girls. Haley, I believe, is in Once on This Island. Sekon, the little girl who plays Aretha, Sky is her name, who is really phenomenal. And so it really is a musical / biopic / everything. And I really think it's going to be great. And I actually, last thing I say, at one point I was like, oh, why don't they bring it out during COVID? People need this, but now as I think about it, and Claudia, you may agree or disagree with me, I think what people need is to be in the theater and to be like this. You know what I mean? You need to be in your little TV with your TV. You need the music around. You need to
the experience. It's an experience.
That's how I felt about Dreamgirls.
Yes, agreed.
Let me tell you something. When that Jennifer sang that, I'm telling you, child, chills. Chills. So I can only imagine, especially her being from Chicago, City of Soul, for her to be able to infuse herself into this role and sing Aretha records, which are, first of all, the bomb anyway.
Yes.
All y'all
I just love when they pick the right folks that already know how to
Absolutely.
sing, and they place them, and then they do their thing, and then they make us be entertained.
The entire cast is just incredible, and Jennifer.
They're not easy songs. You know that, Selena. They're not.
I'm saying this. Let me tell you, I cannot wait, and I'm definitely going to go to the theater and see it.
Absolutely, y'all get y'all tickets and make sure the ticket stub says respect, because we got to watch them when they be trying to not let our movie profit as much as. Oh no, you know, every day I'm hustling over here gonna talk about the coin. We gonna make sure we watch that, so y'all get y'all due respect.
And as Heather said, you definitely need to be in the theater for this one, because there were scenes, I won't give any of the movie away, but the chills, and then you're going to have a bunch of that. You're going to have a bunch of you're going to cry watching this movie. And Jennifer Hudson absolutely will give you goosebumps. The way she sings, I can't see anyone else doing that.
Agreed.
So before we let you go, we got to let you go. But on a high note, you're busy. You keep it popping. Besides your role in this movie, Respect, where you did amazing, you also star in season 2 of Netflix drama series Sweet Magnolias. What can you tell us about the new season? And before we let you go, also I want to know, what else can we expect to see you in? Because I know you stay busy.
Well, we're really excited about season 2 and just finished it. Thank God, finished it healthy and with no issues at all. I was tested every day, but really proud of my cast and proud of everybody. You know, everybody was shielded up and everything like that. But there's a lot of drama going on. And I was just really just so moved by the fact that people love the show so much. And so we're excited about season 2. And also, I just did, you know, Jam and Lewis just released their volume 1 record. So Jam and Lewis came out and got all their people and put out a record of all of us, even songs that we did maybe years ago that they wanted to record, stuff like that. And so it's called Volume 1. And so you should pick that up. It's Toni Braxton is singing, I think, the best. Mariah Carey's on it, Boyz II Men, I'm on it. It's
Janet on there? Janet on there too?
I don't know if Janet's on this one because of course there's a volume 2.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's everybody. They're going through the list of all the people that they've worked with.
That's
But it's fun. So that's on there too. But before I allow you to let me go, I'm told that the birthday girl is still celebrating her birthday. So I know that this is not necessarily the drink that she.
Girl, I got enough for everybody.
I've been trying to get in some H2O though, girlfriend. Let me just let you know that. It ain't gonna lot, but we gonna toast with your water. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
You beautiful guest, Heather. Continued success.
Yeah, so we can't wait to personally see you and give you a big hug when we're able to see you on the red carpets and the press line. And congratulations, and we humbly
love you much.
We are fans, definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Such a class act and a talented lady and gorgeous. Might I add, I want to thank Heather Headley for joining us tonight. Make sure to follow her on social media and follow all of her projects, and please support this woman, this queen. We'll be right back with more Cocktails with Queens when we return. Make sure you go check out
Respect. Get y'all tickets.